Hello, everyone. It's Kenzie here, and welcome to the Kinx Jinx Podcast. Today's date is January 14th of 2022, and it's a beautiful day to be alive. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so excited to be here. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't seen the last two episodes, definitely go and check them out. Because every episode I usually reference back to the past episodes, so definitely check those out. So I would like to start today is I'd like to tell you about a bit of structure that I would like to implement into this podcast, because structure just always helps me to keep track of things, to keep things organized, to keep my head on straight. So, here we are. Let me tell you a bit about the structure that I'd like to have for this podcast. So, some segments that I would like to get into every episode are weekly worldly events and personal weekly events. So obviously these are good jumping off points for conversation, and they are things that are very current in my life or in the world. So that is what I will be mostly starting off each podcast talking about. And then I also am going to be creating some recurring segments and games, which I will choose one or two to do each episode. And I'm going to be keeping those a bit secret until I get to all of them, because yeah, that'll just be fun to announce them as I create them, or as I share them with you. So stay tuned for a bunch of those. You never know when a new one is gonna come up. And definitely let me know if you have any suggestions for any games or recurring segments that you would like to see from me. So with that being said, I will get into the worldly weekly events in a little bit, but first I wanted to also touch on a bit more of some overall topics that I will be talking about, topics and themes that I will be talking about in this podcast, because I feel like I kind of really just kind of glazed over that a bit in the first episode. And a lot of times my mind is just all over the place, but that is okay, because you can't get to know me, in just one sitting. You gotta come back, you gotta keep watching, you got to take it piece by piece. So that is what I'm trying to accept about making content, is that the people watching don't know everything about you, and they don't have to, and that's okay. So, hey. Anyway, some overall themes that are going to be included in this podcast are that I'm going to be talking about my spirituality. So I am a big spiritual person. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but I try to focus a lot on energy, the power of thought, the laws of the universe, all of the things like that. And we'll be talking about a lot of those things, as well as, like metaphysical practices and things like that, as well as just energy, different practices within spirituality, and a lot of different things, like health. Sorry, I'm trying to focus on the ums. I promise you I'm thinking about it. I promise you. Okay. Practices such as like yoga, as well as dietary things, supplements, herbs, plant medicine, all that kind of stuff. And I don't know that much about a lot of this stuff. So I think this podcast is going to be really good, because it's going to allow me to explore these topics more, and to, learn about it so that I can talk about it. So, yeah, as well as another spiritual thing is readings. I'm into tarot and oracle readings, and I'm going to be implementing that into a lot of my content. So, if you guys are interested in that, definitely stay tuned. And like I said, I'm not a professional. Like, I don't know a lot about this stuff. So, don't judge me because I know that there's a lot of judgment with like readings and stuff. Like, if you're not like really good at reading and if you don't like completely like use your intuition and like know 100% of like what cards mean and things, like people will like come for you. And I'm learning, so just fuck off. So, yeah. Also, another theme topic is going to be talking about mental health. Like I said, if you watched the last episode, you know that we are going to be getting into that a bit. I don't like to say that I struggle, but I have to maintain my mental health and maintain a lot of discipline and practice and learn every day about that so that I can, work that muscle. Your brain is a muscle and you have to train it how to think correctly so it doesn't fuck you over. So that is a thing that I am working on, and I will definitely get into that a bit more in this episode a bit later. Something else would be exercise. I am really, really, really trying to get back on a consistent fitness ritual because I really had it down this summer and I really want to get back to that, especially before summer this year, so I can rock my hot body. And we can have a hot girl summer, Uh, yeah, and I definitely want to start some series on my other social media accounts, especially like TikTok, where I will be holding myself accountable to these types of things like morning routines, nightly routines, exercise, eating right, all those types of things. TikTok is a really good place to share with a audience and kind of keep it as a diary for yourself. And I would like to start doing that. So hold me to it, people. Another thing would be travel. I absolutely love to travel. I went to New York and Los Angeles this past year, and I also just take random trips camping and exploring around close by areas a lot. But something that I really want to do this year is take a cross country road trip to a bunch of national parks. So definitely stay tuned for that. I got a new car last year and it is almost fully equipped for me to live out of it for the summer this year, and I'm really, really looking forward to that and visiting a lot of different parks and people along the way and my journey. So if you are into travel content, definitely make sure you follow my social medias so that you can see all of that from me. And I'm not sure if you know this about me, but I also like taking pictures, so I will definitely be taking a lot of pictures on that journey. Yes, yes, yes. Basically, I really just want to dig deep into any topic that really sparks my interest, that I really love, and I just want to let you guys get to know me a bit better and just share the things that I love so that I can connect with people who love these things too, because I don't have that many friends and I really want some friends who get me and who love me for me and who love the same things as me and are creative and great and awesome. So that's a goal of mine. I'm gonna take a quick second because I need to get my laptop cord. Un momento. Alrighty, people. So, those were some more themes that I will be getting into on this podcast. If any of those are particularly exciting to you, definitely let me know in the comments so that I can get to them. And if you have any specific questions about those topics, definitely let me know. I will be doing random Q&A type things on my Instagram stories, so definitely check those out as well if you would like to engage with me and give me suggestions, more suggestions for the podcast, okay? Okay. Now, worldly weekly events. And a big thing for me is trying to focus on positive things. 1 second, I think someone's calling. I really like to try to focus on positive things. So when something negative happens, I really try to either focus on the positive of that situation or kind of wait it out and not really talk about it, which I'm working on. But yeah, so a lot of these worldly weekly events, if a big event happens that's very negative, I may not talk about it. Because that's just kind of how I am, and I'm sorry if you don't like that. Sorry about it. Anyway, I can do what I want on my podcast, okay? So, some worldly weekly events that caught my interest this week would be... Sorry, I'm struggling. There's something in my eyelashes. Sorry. So, Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly got engaged. So fucking cute. So happy for them. I don't know much about their relationship, but I read the caption, obviously, of the proposal post, and just so cute. So happy for them. Love that for them. What is in my eye? Oh no. Love that for them. Sorry, we had a wardrobe malfunction. Okay. Hey. Anyway, that was so fucking cute. Okay, I love that. Also, I watched Transformers the other day before they even got engaged, so it was kind of like I predicted it or something. Love her in that movie. She's so hot. I love her. Anyway, but she's more than hot. She's way more than hot. Anyway. Also, something that happened this week that just happened. The Coachella lineup was announced for this year. And I'm probably not gonna go, but I'm living. I might go. I mean, who knows? Like, if you want to buy me a ticket, then hey, I'll go. I'll go for you. I'll go for the content. Anyway, so I love music festivals. I have been to 3 music festivals. I was gonna go to 4. There's a very long story with that 4th one that I did not get to go to, but we will get into that at a later date, probably. But I love music festivals, but the 3 music festivals that I've been to were all in the same year, and that was 2017, which was the year that I went to college, that I graduated high school, and I was in such a I have been in such a bad headspace for so many years. That was a very, very, very low point in my life. And it sucks that I only got to experience music festivals during that year. And now, COVID and whatever. But we're getting back to the beautiful of life. So I'm very excited to get back into the music festival jam. The music festivals that I have been to were Firefly Music Festival, which was in Delaware. Like I said, went to that in 2017. Don't know why I said that. And again, anyway, Firefly. And then after that one, I went to a music festival called Panorama Festival, and it was in New York City on Randall's Island. And then I went to another music festival called Voodoo Fest, and that was in New Orleans. And I went there from Alabama, so like I drove from Alabama to go there. That was in October around Halloween time, and that was so fucking cool. So cool. Anyway, love me a good music festival. Love seeing live music. I love music. I realize that I haven't talked much about my music taste to you guys, so hey, let's get into that a little bit. So, the Coachella lineup. The people on the lineup who I have already seen in concert would be the only one would be Louis the Child. And I believe I saw Louis the Child at Voodoo Fest. And I say I believe because I was probably fucked up. But there is another artist that I should have seen at Firefly. And they are one of my favorite, if not my favorite artist. And that would be Flume. Okay, so picture this. You're at a music festival. You woke up early because you wanted to see like the bands and you wanted to get your shit together, and I don't even know, okay? Also, I'm pretty sure it was like the second or third day of the festival and we were exhausted, okay? So you're exhausted. You partied the entire day before, okay? And now you've been partying the whole day. And the headliner is at the end of the show, obviously, the end of the night. So you think, what would be a good idea? To go back to the tent and take a nap before the headliner, right? Right? Right. Okay, so picture this then. You wake up in shock. Not to an alarm, just out of sheer panic, because you realize that you may have overslept for this show. And then you look at the clock and you realize that you did oversleep for this show. And that is what happened when I tried to see Flume. So we were so excited for this show that we took time out of our day, didn't see other artists because we wanted to take a nap so that we were pumped for this headliner. And then we woke up and it was fucking over. It was literally over by the time we woke up. That moment will haunt me for the rest of my life. And Flume, if you're watching this, if you ever watch this, I love you. And I would love if you'd make it up to me. I know that I fucked me over. It's not your fault at all. I'm sure your show was amazing. Everyone else that was coming from the show said it was fucking amazing. We missed out. We did. And it was tragic. tragic. So, yeah, I have a little beef with that I need to resolve. Need that to be resolved. Yeah. Anyway, so to give you a little bit of an insight to my music taste, other people on the Coachella lineup this year that I would be excited to see would be Harry Styles. Love me some good Harry Styles. He's just can do no wrong. One of those types of people, you know. Would see Louis the Child again. Love me some EDM. Bishop Briggs. That girl is my spirit animal. She's my spirit animal, bro. She is so fucking cute and I love her. Billie. Love me some good Billie, although she's a little bit negative. She's young, so I don't judge her. But I would like her to just like look at the bright side, bro. But love you, Billie, you're great. Flume, obviously, need to fucking see Flume. Meg, love Meg, love the energy, love the positivity, love the affirmations, love her, you know, you know. Someone who's not so positive that I still love just because, you know the lesbian vibes. Girl in Red. You know the lesbian vibes. That's all I have to say. Wallows. Love me some good indie. Conan Gray as well. He's a little bit of a sad boy, but I kind of like it. Doja. She's also on that affirmation, manifestation type positive shit. And I love that. That's my favorite shit. Phineas. Y'all are just drinking some type of water in that household that just breeds great music, you know? Alec Benjamin is another one. And wow, if you haven't heard Alec Benjamin, Stuck on a Puzzle. Wow. I just can't. I just fucking can't. Okay. Now, that is all we have for our worldly weekly events. Next, we're going to talk about our personal weekly events. What did we get into this week? This week was hurtful. I was sad. And you know, I know the difference between like being depressed and being sad, but I just feel kind of guilty like using the word depressed sometimes, even though like I know that that's what it is, because like I have no reason to be sad, like literally none, and then I lose all of my ambition to do the things that I literally love doing, and that is what depression is. So that's how I know I'm depressed. So I just need to validate myself for a second about that. So not gonna judge myself about saying that. Anyway, so some personal weekly events. I want to talk about mental health. Like I obviously. Anyway, I was going through it this week, like I said, and I talked about it a little bit on the last episode. But I was talking to my friend who really helps me through these types of things, and he just said something that just really, really helped me. So I wanted to share that with you guys so that it could possibly help you as well, because I'm sure it would, because it's very wisdomous. Is that a word? I don't think so, but anyway, it is. So, I, as well as many people, use things that I like doing to escape from things that I don't like doing, right? But I was judging myself for indulging in these things because I knew that I had other things that I should have been doing, or that would have been progressing me in a more positive way than doing these indulgent type things. So I was judging myself hard. And what my friend said was that when you judge yourself like that, it just creates a perpetual loop of stressing yourself out because you're not letting yourself fully relax and fully enjoy what you're doing at any time, because when you're trying to do the thing that you should be doing, you aren't in the right mindset to be doing that, so you aren't able to flow through that thing and you're forcing yourself to get that thing done. And when you are escaping from that thing and doing the indulgent thing, you aren't fully relaxing because you're stressing that you're not doing the thing that you should be doing. So it just creates this perpetual loop of stressing yourself out and judging yourself. And the only way to get out of that loop is to tell yourself that it's okay. That literally everything is going to happen in divine timing. Everything is going to happen at the right time for you, how it's supposed to happen. And all you need to do is follow your bliss and do what you can do for the moment. And if you don't have the mental capacity to do the thing that you should be doing, then do the thing that feels good to do and indulge in that thing if that's what you want to do in the moment, and allow yourself to fully enjoy that indulgence so that your creative juices can be replenished and you can get that spark of inspiration again, because that spark isn't going to happen if you're judging yourself and you aren't fully allowing your batteries to recharge. And yeah, so just act on the inspiration that you get and let yourself do what you feel like doing. And don't judge yourself for how you feel in the moment. If you don't have the mental capacity to do something, that is okay. It's okay to relax. It's okay to do something for your mental health. It's okay to have a full-blown day where you are just fully invested in something and fully in something because it's inspiring you. It's okay either way. And everything is okay. So that is just something that my friend shared with me, and I'm really good at seeing perspectives like that. But sometimes when you're on the inside of things, it's really, really hard to flip that switch. So it's really good to have people who are a positive influence in your life that you can talk to and go to for things like that, who can help you change your mindset and change your life. Because that really, really helped me to just look at things differently and allow myself to enjoy the things that I like doing, because I really like smoking weed and I really like watching movies. Those are two of my absolute favorite things to do. So judging myself for doing those things is not good, because I don't need to do that, because I have time and everything is gonna work out how it should. So yeah, boom. Anyway, that's all that I have for my personal weekly events. Now, let's do a recurring segment, and this is the first recurring of the recurring segments. So, let's do another what I've been watching, because, like I said, I love to watch things. I watch things every week, so I might even put this recurring segment in every week, but we'll see. So, since this is a podcast, I thought that I would tell you guys about my absolute favorite podcast. I look forward to watching this podcast every week. It is just so... It's simple. It's just literally just friends talking, basically. But it is just such a good podcast. The energy that these people have together is just so beautiful, and I just absolutely love them so much. Zane and Heath Unfiltered, that would be you guys. Love you guys so, so, so much. Hey, so I've been watching, like I said, I watch that every single week. My favorite podcast. So if you guys have not seen that one, definitely watch that one because it is so good. Another thing that I watched the other night is one of my other favorite movies that I forgot to tell you guys about. Pirates of the Caribbean. This saga, if you will, has been in my life for a very, very long time. When we were moving out of my house, I found my Disney hat, like Disney ears, that's like a pirate one. That is how old I have. That is how. That is how long I have loved the Pirates of the Caribbean. Okay, um, absolutely love those movies. Don't know what it is about them that I love exactly. I just love a good adventure, you know. I love a good mystery. I love a good, I mean, like it's not even the action that I love. I just love the adventure. I guess that's what it is. Love a good story, love a good adventure, love a good character, you know. Um I am going to start doing cosplay. So, hey, if any of my favorite shows have really sparked a cosplay in you, definitely give me a comment about that because I am very excited to do some cosplays and I have a lot in mind. So stay tuned for that. Also, like I said before, I have been watching the Marvel movies and I realized because I obviously hadn't seen the Marvel movies before this, but I've always seen the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Anyway, Gamora is in the Pirates of the Caribbean, the first movie. Who'da thunk it? So fucking cute. Anyway, another thing that I just wanted to mention because it's one of my favorite shows, and I recently watched a podcast where one of the characters, if you will, from this show was on the podcast. So, just had to mention a little bit of reality TV. So, this show, I watched every year with my family, and it's on CBS. It's Big Brother. I love Big Brother. Love me some Big Brother. Definitely hit me with that Big Brother trivia or anything like that. Big fan. Big fan. Such a good show. Such a good show. Wow. That actually reminds me, I watched a reality TV show this past week with my sister. It was amazing. It was the new show on Netflix. It was called 20 Somethings in Austin. It was so fucking cute. So fucking cute. Also, if you watch Zane and Heath Unfiltered, you know that it's really fucking funny that I'm mentioning Texas right now. But anyway, 20 somethings in Austin. Great show. It was so fucking cute. I really hope that they make another season of it or whatever. I thought that it was a little bit short. I thought that they definitely could have put more. How did they squeeze 12 weeks of content into 10 episodes that were 30 minutes long? I don't fucking know. But would have liked to see more. Anyway, speaking of leaving them wanting more, I'm gonna go. It was so nice talking to you guys this time. I am so blessed to be able to talk to you guys on this platform and just to be able to be making this content. I do apologize for my late posting last week, but we are on our shit this week. We got this done, and I am in a good mindset, and we are going to be on our shit from now on. Hold me to that shit. I am making things because I want to make them, because they make me happy, because. So that is why we're doing things now. Not because we have to. We're doing them because we want to, because they make us happy, and because they'll make us a better person, you know? So hey. if you are watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for joining us today. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It means the absolute world to me. Give me a comment and let me know what your favorite part of this episode was and something that you would like to hear from me next. Also, if you'd like to be notified when I upload a new video, hit that bell icon and you will be notified when I upload. And if you'd like to follow any of my other social media accounts, you can find them all in the description. Thanks again for watching. I freaking love you. And if you're watching this on, or if you're listening to this on the audio version, then please make sure to give us a 5-star review on whichever platform you are watching us on. And if you can leave a comment, definitely do that. And if you'd like to follow me on any of my other social media accounts, you can follow me at I am Kenzie Jean or at Kinx Jinx for my business stuff. So, I freaking love you, and I'll see you in the next one.